got a tough run of games coming, 4 back-to-back Lazio, Man City, Lazio, Liverpool, over 2 episodes. Roll the intro. Hello and welcome back to the Man United Save. I am Cultured Left Foot. It's a pleasure to have you with me as I move the microphone so it's actually in front of my face, which is always useful. Yes, Lazio and Man City in today's episode, then Lazio and Liverpool in the next episode after this. We've turned it around. We've got our form back, which is good going into this game. We have just drawn 1-1 with West Ham, but not much you can do about that. Last episode then, we played Ajax and we won 2-0. Mason Greenwood getting a double coming off the bench, which was lovely. 2-1, we beat Southampton. Martial and Lingard getting us the winner in the 93rd minute, 10 minutes after Redmond had equalised for Southampton. Then we played Wolves. We won 2-0. Paul Pogba getting a brace, one of them a penalty. Always good to see. And then we beat Leicester 2-0. Marcus Rashford and Paul Pogba in the last 91st minute penalty just to secure the win for us there. And then West Ham 1-1. Yarmolenko scored for them. Greenwood again comes off the bench and gets us a goal, which was very, very good. And we go into the game against Lazio in okay form. We've moved up one position in the league to 3rd, but we have played 2 games extra above Man City and Arsenal. Currently Liverpool sit top. It's very close, actually. We've actually brought it back in, but obviously the 2 games in hand are going to be pretty crucial for Arsenal and Man City to see how we do. But we can stop Man City getting above us on the same amount of games because we're playing them next, which will be very, very interesting. Sheffield United are already relegated with 6 games to go. They've gone down with a pretty poor showing. Aston Villa could well be joining them, so we might be looking to see if there's anybody on the younger side of the teams in the game here that we could poach. I don't know how old is what's his face, Jack Grealish. 23, so we could potentially still sign Jack Grealish. If that's something you're interested in, let me know down below. But they've got a few youngsters that aren't too bad. Sheffield United don't really have anybody that I'm that interested in. Good to see Lee Grant hasn't been performing very well for them in goal on loan from us, but what can you do? He's never going to get anywhere near our first team, so that's alright. Does his contract fee... He's got a 2-year contract with us. Bloody hell. Optional future fee, so offer to clubs. Yeah, offer to clubs. Yes, hopefully Sheffield United will make that bid. But anyway, let's get into the game against Lazio. I can't remember if I've selected my team or not. It looks like I have, actually. So Rashford up front, Martial, Lingard, Fernandes, Pogba, Fred, Shaw, De Ligt, Lindelof, Van Bissaka and De Gea. And then on the bench, Greenwood, Chong, Harriet, McTominay, Delot, Tuanzebe and Henderson as well. Now, are we missing any big names? No, I think we're good to go. Daniel James came back from injury, played 20 minutes in the first game back and then got injured again. So that was annoying. He actually came on as a sub on like the 60th minute mark and then went off with an injury on the 80th minute mark. They're lining up with Strakoša in goal, Wallace, Luis Felipe and Acerbi at the back, Klein, Leva and Lulic, Milinkovic Savic, who if you follow the Football Talk podcast will know that I can't pronounce his name and I call him Milkman Savic, Parolo, Luis Alberto and Ciro Immobile up front. Should be very interesting. Nathaniel Klein and Lucas Leiva there. 2 ex-Liverpool players playing for Lazio. Not something you thought you'd see every day. What do I want to say? Ignore the recent praise. Go out there and just play your natural game. I think that could backfire. But it is only the first leg. We are away, so I would literally I would take a goal. Us scoring a goal would be quite useful. If we can get a win, that would be great. As the players walk out in 3D. I will admit, the 3D match engine, right? It's the starting scene looks quite good, but I just don't think there's enough about it. So all the stadiums are too generic. Nobody has different stadiums. Nobody, like... I'm not saying they need to get Old Trafford in the game and get Anfield and things like that, but there should be a clear difference when you're playing at Old Trafford and Anfield, because the stadiums look different in real life. And the same with, like, this Lazio stadium could be any stadium that you play at ever. Like, when we play at Sporting Lisbon, it will look exactly the same. But anyway, back post. Oh, Martial's put it in. 1-0 up. Great assist from Van Bissaka. Lovely start 10 minutes into the game, but he's gone to VAR to have a look, which probably means it's going to be disallowed. But the match engine itself, I can understand why it's not I think has it stood? I think it has stood. Why it's the graphical processing and the computer processing isn't there enough to have the game running, take all the stats into account, and show you the graphics thing. However, the animations that they keep going on about have improved year after year are absolutely shocking for 2019. It's absolutely terrible, and they need to do something about that. And I hope in FM20 the 3D match engine gets a big overhaul. I will admit I've enjoyed playing this save on the 3D match engine. However, the Zagreb save, where I'm continually looking at changing my tactics, it's so much easier to do that in 2D when you've got all the dots and you can see where everybody is and what they're doing. And it is easier. And I know a lot of you guys prefer 3D. I know you do. And I will try and hopefully do a save next year on 3D. Lindelof, nothing stupid here. Nothing stupid. Nothing stupid. Thank you. As he clears it away. Lulic with a good header. Pogba wins it though into Rashford. Down to Lingard. Oh, great tackle there from Milton-Savic into Wan-Bissaka. Lingard, good ball with the outside of the right foot. Bruno Fernandes, I thought he was going to have a little pop from range. Martial out to Luke Shaw. It's worked really well. Crossing, Rashford's there, and it's another goal. It's a headed goal again, and for some reason it still says Anthony Martial. That was definitely Rashford. It's 2-0, and all I wanted was one goal, and we find ourselves 2-0 up away at Lazio. Lovely play there. I thought Fernandes was going to hit it, then I thought Martial was going to lay it to Pogba, but he went outside to Luke Shaw. Lovely ball in. Rashford got the wrong side of the centre-back, and that is 2-0. 14th goal of the season for Marcus Rashford has made it reasonably comfortable for Man United. Here is though, it's gone in. It's an OG off Lindelof. I'm pretty sure that's going to be an own goal. It's been given to a Serbi. It definitely looked like it hit Lindelof. De Gea's going to take the blame apparently. Did De Gea... How has that been given to a Serbi? It clearly hit Lindelof. I'm going to assume De Gea must have called for it, and that was what his error was, or he came... Like that. The commentary said David De Gea was at fault. And now in the 3D match engine, there is nothing to insinuate that David De Gea did anything wrong, and that's what annoys me about it. If it's that much of an error, it should be very clear to see in the 3D match engine. Now, if I'm being too pedantic, let me know. But I think at this day and age, Football Manager 2019 as 2020 is about to come out, this is the sort of stuff and the sort of shit that they should be able to fix and make it much more easy to see and be just visually better. Nathaniel Klein has scored. Are you fucking joking me? Nathaniel Klein is terrible. We were 2-0 up. What's going on? We're falling apart. Since when I mean, Luke Shaw scores for me from corners, but when have you ever seen Nathaniel Klein do this? One touch on the chest, half volley, smash. I think it's taken another deflection because De Gea looked pretty poor. 6.4. Come on, David. You're going to be one of our best players at the club. Sort your life out. Yeah, let's just encourage them. I agree with you, Mike. Look, we'll go full-on encouragement in this one, in this half-time team talk. I could lay into them because that was really poor, but 6.4. David De Gea. Big Dave, you meant to save, not fall down and let it in and make errors. Terrible. Second half, though, 2-2. I mean, what an entertaining first half that is. 2-2. Now, Lingard on the right-hand side. What can he do? He's going to try and beat someone. He does beat him. Nice bit of skill. He stopped. Pogba out to Bruno Fernandes. Hits it. Oh, what a goal! Bruno Fernandes. What a finish. They've come out firing at the start of the second half. 3-2. 3 away goals. He celebrates in front of the travelling fans. That was a truly wonderful goal. Lingard here just sort of stopped and let the slide tackle go past him. Into Pogba. One more onto Fernandes. One touch out of his feet. Not even one touch out of his feet. It's a volley. What a finish. You could be looking at goal of the season there for Man United. An absolutely outstanding goal from Bruno Fernandes. And I'm very, very happy with that goal. If you can't tell, I'm very happy with that goal. Strakosha goes long with a goal kick. That's easy for Luke Shaw. Fernandes sort of gets there. Nathaniel Klein beats him to it though. Lucas into Milton-Savic up to Alberto. Looking for Nathaniel Klein again. Nathaniel Klein, can he get a brace? De Gea makes the save. It deflects all around and Lingard clears. Oh, Nathaniel Klein is getting some joy down that side. Playing very well as a right wing back. Fair play to him. Fair play to him. Jesse Lingard on 6.7. Do I sub off David De Gea? I know this is sort of a... It's a risk. I'm a risky manager. David De Gea off. Pissed off with his 6.3. Dean Henderson comes on. You wouldn't see many managers doing this in real life, but I definitely wouldn't do it. And I'm a manager here in Singapore, and I was in Bristol. as it goes over the top, looking for Immobile, who's just got the wrong side of Luke Shaw. Ciro Immobile fires that all the way across to Lulic on the other side. Back in towards Immobile with a very strange 1-2. But we hold on to the 3-2 lead at the moment. Because other than De Gea on a 6.3, everyone's actually playing okay. So I think I'm justified in taking him off. You would never do that in real life. Fred cross hits Milton Savic, but he gets it back off the Serbian. It goes out to Wan-Bissaka, up to Lingard, who's a bit more into the game now. Wan-Bissaka holds onto the ball, into Pogba. Up it goes to Lingard. Lingard's tackled by Lucas Leiva. And we've got to watch Immobile here on the other side. Luke Shaw has just got back to try and cover there, and it's a good tackle from Wan-Bissaka, and Lingard picks up the loose ball. He's got Martial in acres of space. He feeds in the ball. Martial's into the box and shoots. It's just over the bar. 20 minutes to go. Why is it still saying that Bruno Fernandes has scored? That doesn't normally hang around for that long, but we're doing okay here. I don't know whether to come off attacking. We do seem to play better on attacking, but it does leave us very much open. Pogba all the way out to Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw has got Martial down the line, but he's taken a bit too long. So he goes back out to Wan-Bissaka, trying to move the Lazio defence. It's fired in and it's cleared away. And now it's 2-on-2. Immobile versus De Ligt. And it's Lindelof now. He's got to get back to De Frel. De Frel squares it. Cataldo, Lucas Leiva, and two Liverpool players, ex-Liverpool players, have scored against us. And this is shocking. Oh, God. Why did I have to highlight them? And I said we're susceptible to the counter-attack. That was it right there. And that wasn't that much fun. Victor Lindelof now on a 6.5. You're going to get the chop as well. Tuanzebe's going to come on for Victor Lindelof at the back. And might do Lingard. Lingard for Harriet, maybe. Not too sure about the last sub. We should use it. We should get fresh legs on. So, yeah, let's do... No, let's go Chong for Lingard. And we'll put you as an inside forward on attack. And then we're just going to drop Bruno Fernandes down to a Mazzala on support. And then we'll drop to positive as well. Because now we've got 3 out-and-out strikers on attack, like an attacking mode. So we don't actually need to be everyone else on attacking. So we'll demand more from them for the last couple of minutes. But 3, I'll take 3 away goals. But to be 2-0 up and throw that away, yeah, bit annoying. I mean, Henderson's come on and had a much better game than De Gea, so that's good. As he goes short to Matthijs de Ligt and to Fred. Fred back to Henderson. This will go long. That'll probably be the full-time whistle as Radu wins the header. Sergei back to Cataldi into Nathaniel Klein, who's had a wonderful game for Lazio. Bruno Fernandes with a great tackle into Martial. There's the full-time whistle. 3-3. Wow, what a crazy game. Bruno Fernandes gets man of the match, and that is pretty good. You were unlucky. We played well. I mean, I should have probably been a bit harsh on them. But yeah, 3-3. So Atalanta beat Dynamo Kiev 2-0. Arsenal get a 1-0 lead or win in the first leg against Shakhtar with Mustafi getting the goal. And Bayer Leverkusen beat Torino away from home. So you'd be expecting Arsenal, Atlanta, Bayer to go through. And then us. And as I said, I really want whoever wins that game, I'd suggest. So in the next round. I have a concern in the wake of Bruno Fernandes could do with a little rest. Well, let's see. Well played, Bruno Fernandes. You did well. Let's get everybody rested. How long have we got? 2 days, is that all we've got? So 1 day of rest and then 1 day of training, and then we'll be into the game against Man City, which is going to be very, very tough according that we've what? Xherdan Shaqiri is a group of players linked to win the English Players Player of the Year award. I mean, he's had a good season. Let's be fair to him, he's had a good season. 3-3 though, what a game. We're just going to carry on talking, carry on going through. So there's loads of stuff I'd love to see improved for the game, for FM20. I think scouting is, it's not done in as much detail as I think you'd get in real life. The tactics, so they're not going to change the tactics screen because they reinvented this for Football Manager 19. So I think it's going to be a Football Manager 19.5 rather than a sort of new game. They've kept it very close to their chest with what's coming out, which is a little bit annoying. A little bit annoying because it still seems like Sports Interactive just rely on a loyal fan base who are going to buy the game no matter what it's like. So they've released the announcement trailer without any announcement of any new features or what's coming or what's been improved, and I find that a bit obscure how you can have a game for pre-order before any announcements are made. That would never happen. Pro Evo, FIFA, Gears of War, City Skylines is old now, but F1, they all announce things that are new and then it goes on pre-release. So I'm very sceptical about how Sports Intros, and it is purely because they don't have a big rival that can challenge them in the industry of football management games on PC that go into this level. And I don't know, maybe it makes them a bit complacent, or they just know that everyone's going to buy it every year. It's a little bit annoying, but anyway, we've got some tired legs, but we have got our day's rest coming, so I think we're going to stick with the same starting 11 and go with that. We'll just let them do it. I mean, it's always a tough game against Man City. They're very, very good in real life and on Football Manager, so we'll have to see. A great Mason Greenwood getting a 10 in training. Wow. Juan Mata not doing very well. The other end of the spectrum, but we are trying to sell him. Should I start Mason Greenwood if he's training that well? Probably not. Not against Man City. We'll go with Rashford to start the game. And we beat Blackburn 2-1. Brilliant. In our under-18s. Here we go then. The big Manchester derby. Michael Oliver's the referee. We've won 2 out of 2 games playing against Man City. Let's see if we can keep that form going. Did anyone not really recover? Bruno Fernandes is tired. I can't not start him in this game. He's so good. We're going to go with this, and then I'm just going to have a long rest before the next game against Lazio in the next episode. And we'll go into it straight away. So, Fernandinho's up. What the hell? Fernandinho's up front. Fernandinho. What? Sane, Sterling, De Bruyne, Gundogan, Rodri, Walker, Stones, Otamendi, Danilo, Ederson. Why would you... Surely... Gabriel Jesus is on the bench. What is going on? What is going on? I'm going to assume they're knackered then after their... Maybe Champions League. I see it's 77. Aguero's injured. Silva's injured. Moise Keane's injured. Okay. Alright. Wow. Okay. What's Leroy Sané unhappy about? What are you unhappy about? What are you unhappy about? Come and move to the other side of Manchester. We'll make you happy. Scout report. Obviously don't want to sell. They'd be extremely interested to move to us. I just want to have a look. How much money? We've got 94 million. I'll offer you 94 million. Unacceptable. Okay. I won't offer you 94 million. Let's get back to the match then. Let's get into it, into the dressing room. Obviously, passionately do this for the fans because we're at home and it's a Manchester derby. And then there's a lot more to come from absolutely everyone after the 3-3 draw against Lazio. I still can't believe they're playing Fernandinho up front, but Pep Guardiola is a football genius. So who am I to disagree with his tactics? It's just very bizarre. When you have Gabriel Jesus, even if it's only at 77%, or call up a youngster like we've done with Burkett and Greenwood, or play Kevin De Bruyne up front. He'd probably do a better job. Or Sterling. There's lots of things I'd do rather than playing Fernandinho up front. As we get the ball out wide to Lingard. Into Pogba. He's got Wan-Bissaka on the overlap and no one's tracking him. Lingard, give the ball to Wan-Bissaka. Give the ball to Wan-Bissaka. Too late. He was far ahead of you. Should have played it early. Ball still goes in. Martial's there. We're 1-0 up. Inside 50 minutes. If he had given the ball to Wan-Bissaka earlier, we probably wouldn't have scored. So well done, Jesse Lingard. Martial on fire, on form. Playing very, very well. Should have played it then. Look at the amount of space he's got. He delayed it a bit. Danilo tried to get back. Wan-Bissaka with a cross in. Martial at the back post. Completely unmarked by Kyle Walker, who's had an absolute shocker there. And, yeah, wow. What a way to start the derby. What a way to have a good time. If you're a fan of Alan Partridge, you'll understand that quote. But well, we definitely don't need to stay on attacking anymore. Let's go back to positive. And once again, we've got the better of Guardiola. He can't seem to handle our tactics and how we play, and I'm going to give him some praise. I know it's only 1-0, but starting a game like that is absolutely brilliant. And with no shots, that's what you get with Fernandinho up front. What are they playing at? 4 shots, 3 on target, 1 goal for us. 22 minutes gone. It's been a very quiet game, and it looks like they're trying to play it, but obviously it's Man City. Of course, they're trying to play. Yes, and we've injured Kevin De Bruyne as well. Oh my God, does this get any better? Does this get any better? They're going more attacking. 0 shots. 1 shot. 1 shot on target in 35 minutes. Fernandinho is still up front, not playing very well. I mean, who's Barker? He's at midfield left. He could probably do a job up front. I mean, I just don't get it. Martial comes forward, cuts infield, up to Rashford. Rashford uses his pace, gets past Otamendi. He's still going. Marcus Rashford's in. Oh, Ederson makes the save. Really good play from Marcus Rashford. Pure pace and acceleration to diddle around the defenders. Wonderful stuff. Bruno Fernandes swings the corner in. Luke Shaw, he's going to try and keep this alive. He's got Paul Pogba on the edge of the area. It's a good tackle, but Shaw has gone down injured. He's got a gashed upper leg. We'll give him a bit of time. We'll give him until half-time. Kevin De Bruyne fires it in. Rodri Gundogan saved by De Gea somehow, and Fred clears it out for a throw. That's De Gea was off his line quick and made the save. The save in 3D looked absolutely horrendous, but we're doing all right. I think Luke Shaw is going to have to come off. 63%. He hasn't really recovered a lot, so we might have to bring him off. I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking with the fans. Like, do it for them, because they pay your wages. It was always the key thing you used to say, wasn't it? Jesse Lingard 6.5, Luke Shaw 6.9. I don't really want to take him off, but I think he has to with that injury. He's not really improving. We'll leave it like that for the time being. I'll give Jesse Lingard a little bit longer. They've brought on Jesus for De Bruyne, which probably means Fernandinho now slips back into central midfield. Yes, he does. And Jesus is on. So that does change their complexity of their team a little bit. Lingard's there. I said I'd leave him on. What a header that is from Bruno Fernandes' corner. We've left him on. That decision has paid dividends. We are 2-0 up. This is very, very nice indeed. What if Bruno Fernandes has fired this corner in, and then Lingard with just a glancing header towards the near post, and that is a wonderful thing for the fans of Man United. Very, very happy with that. I think in maybe about 65 minutes, I'm going to bring Greenwood on for Rashford. More pace. He's trained really well. We saw that, getting a 10 in training. So I think we'll go with that as well. Fred on a 6.7. Let's do it now. Let's give Greenwood half an hour running around up front as an advanced forward, just to see what he can do. See if he can bring his training form into the game, which would be absolutely brilliant if he can. I mean, Kyle Walker's had a poor game for them. Gundogan's had a poor game. Sane's had a poor game. Angelino's just come on left back for Walker. So I think Danilo's gone to right back. Yeah, there he is. Up to Jesus with the throw-in. Gabriel Jesus goes round the tackle. Fernandinho on that yellow card into Gundogan. Gundogan back to Fernandinho. Back to Stones. Man City just keeping the ball well. Up to Danilo, who's pushed on a little bit more. Into Raheem Sterling. Back to Danilo. They haven't really got a striker in the box. The cross is blocked. Fernandinho back to Sterling. Now they've got a few more men in there. Rodrigo shoots from range. De Gea makes the save. And Matthijs de Ligt clears it away for a throw-in. But yeah, they just seem to have turned the screw a little bit here. Gundogan shoots. It's just past the post. And now they're having a few more chances. We just need to be aware and make sure that we're very solid at the back. Everyone's playing pretty well. We haven't got anyone that's playing very, very badly. Fitness-wise, we're doing okay. Bruno Fernandes is looking exhausted, but I just think he's the sort of player, if you take him off, it will completely change our game. As Pogba picks up that loose ball really well. Just takes a bit of the sting out of the game, just keeping it, passing it around. Good ball out from De Ligt to Lingard. Lingard comes forward with it. He's actually cutting field. I think he jumped to tackle, which meant he gave the ball away, and Sane now comes on the counter-attack. Here is Leroy Sane using his pace down the left-hand side. He's gone past Fred really easily. Delo with a good clearance away, and Lingard will keep this in. Is it going to be a counter of a counter? As Lingard then comes forward. He's still running. He's looking for Greenwood to make that run. Lingard goes out to Martial. He shoots, and it's tucked into the bottom corner. 18th goal of the season. Anthony Martial is on a really good bit of form at the moment, and that should be the game with, 7 minutes left. That is delightful, and now I may take Bruno Fernandes off, because I don't think we really need to keep him on if we're 3-0 up and he's absolutely exhausted. But Mahrez is on as well, and here he comes running the defence. Great tackle from Matthijs de Ligt. Been absolutely solid back there. Anthony Martial comes forward with it. He's still coming forward with it. Anthony Martial, he's still going. He's still going. Cuts it back. Mason Greenwood makes it 4. Mason Greenwood makes it 4. His 13th goal of the season for Mason Greenwood. What a season he's having. I don't think we need to go and buy a new striker in the summer. Maybe a backup striker, but even then I'd like to promote from the youth, because it's proving really well with Mason Greenwood. Martial squares it. Took a little deflection. Left-footed first time. Bottom corner. Thank you very much. Good night, Pep Guardiola. Superb result. Scott McTominay can come on. He can sit in there as a box-to-box rather than that Mazzala role, and we will go from there. Absolutely wonderful game. The 3-3 against Lazio can be forgotten. This is a 4-0 win against one of our biggest rivals, and we've played them off the park. It's been absolutely brilliant. Mara's beaten in the air by Delict, who's been absolutely solid back there. Up to Delo into Martial. We want 5, the crowd are chanting. Martial out to Lingard, who's turned it on this second half. I must say, he's played much better. Wan-Bissaka crosses it in. Greenwood's in there. He's beaten in the air. McTominay, I thought he was going to launch one with his left foot towards goal. Greenwood back to Delo. Delo into Fred. On one more to Pogba. Into McTominay. Onto Lingard. What a goal that is. That is absolutely brilliant, that goal. 5-0. We're beating Man City. It is just insane. The crowd have got their wish for 5. Greenwood back to Delo. Delo to Fred. Fred to Pogba. Pogba to McTominay. Drew the defender in. Round to Lingard. First time finish past Ederson. And it's 5-0. What a performance from the red side of Manchester. Absolutely brilliant. Wan-Bissaka tackles Leroy Sané. Have we got enough time to go and get a 6th? There's about 30 seconds left. Pogba into Lingard. Lingard just holds on to the ball. Goes up to Greenwood. Greenwood into Pogba, into Lingard, back to Pogba, up it goes to Fred, holding the ball really well. Lingard, look at this, just keeping the ball, teaching Barcelona, Pep Guardiola how Barcelona played, and that was it. 5-0, 5-0. What a result! Martial with 2, Lingard with 2, and Greenwood with 1 as well. Unbelievable performance. I am very, very pleased with that. That is absolutely brilliant. As we go into the next game in the next episode, which will be Lazio 5-0. Martial sends us top. Guardiola should be troubled. He feels distraught. Luke Shaw's out for 5 to 12 days. Must be a very bad cut. Fernandes probably will get a little bit of a rest now. Martial, very, very good. Absolutely superb in front of goal, Anthony. Lovely stuff. Probably would I sell Paul Pogba? It depends about how much they're willing to offer. I asked for 150 million and they're still interested. So if they offer that, I probably will sell him. But lovely, lovely stuff. We're going to end it there on that result, which is absolutely superb. 5-0. Did you see that come in? I certainly didn't. I know we've got a good record against Man City, but that was absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll be back, and we'll be back for the next games, which is Lazio and Arsenal. Put in 2 performances like that, and we'll be in the Europa semi-final and a good chance of staying top of the league. So thank you so much for watching, guys. But for now, I'm out. Cheers.